What's like something that you sometimes like it'll just come back to mind and you just have to shake it off, like an embarrassing thing?
I was seeing this girl in high school, and she called me one day, and I said, I'm going to come see you. And I showed up, and I gave her a hug, and she smelled like boiled chicken.
She smells like soup. I mean, have you ever smelled her? And her whole house smells like soup.
But that's
That
not
was
embarrassing
gross.
on your part.
Well, I hugged her.
I mean, what were you gonna do? You show up, go in for the hug, half lean, and you're like, oh no, hold it.
Boiled chicken. I only hug barbecue.
Barbecue.
Are y'all Barbie girls or black girls?
Barbecue.
What's going on, man? How you been?
Been okay, man. I had a show last night at it was in a sauna.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, remember I was telling you about
Tell
that?
me about that. Tell me
Yeah.
more. How was it?
It was all right. I bombed, you know. It was
Why?
I don't know, man. I think I've been on like a steady bomb streak lately, and like I don't know. I think it's just I'm working on new shit and trying to like take chances and take risks. And in some rooms it really catches, and in other rooms it doesn't. And not just on stage. I've just been bombing as a person. like regular conversations. Like
I mean, you're growing a beard, so it looks like you're going
yeah, I don't know. It might be coming in a little bit more. I might be.
Are you going through something, or?
No, I just wanna. I miss my beard, so I might just
Oh,
bring it back a little bit,
nice.
and then we'll see if it's too hot in the summer. Then you know.
Normally, people do it in the winter.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm very backwards.
That's
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, like, dude, I'll say weird things. Like I'll be like yesterday I was standing waiting to go on, and my buddy Andrew, who's booking the show and producing the show and whatever, he's like he labeled it as the hottest show in the world because it's in a sauna,
It's in the
you know.
sauna, yeah.
And you ever say something and you're like, I'm not saying this, like it's like autopilot or someone is hijacking, because he goes, it's the hottest show in the world. I'm like, yeah, but it's like, sure, there's like hot shows in like Pakistan, you know? And he's like, what? I'm like, buddy, it gets to be like 65 degrees out there. And he's like, yeah. I was like, yeah, but I guess, you know, usually you like run shows at night and like it's cooler in the evening. But dude, as I'm like justifying this, he's like looking in the distance. He's like, yeah. And then this other girl's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was like, I don't know why I even said that, dude. Like, I was just almost like I don't know why I said that. I should have just been like, oh yeah, man, it's definitely the hottest show in the world, because it is. It's in a sauna.
I mean, yeah, and I don't know if
You know?
even Pakistan, is it as hot as a sauna? I don't know.
No, probably not.
I didn't think so.
Dude, I don't know why I said that. And then I just, yeah. And that was kind of like a little precursor to how the set went. And the set was okay. I got some laughs, but like definitely wasn't like hitting it out the park, you know? So I guess, I don't know, it wasn't a bomb, but.
So people are actually sitting in a sauna.
So it's a big sauna. Like yesterday, I think there was like 70 people in it. And then, but the way they do it is the show's set up where you do 2 comedians, and then they take an intermission where they go and they do a cold plunge. And because they have like a bunch of tubs where you can just kind of dip in a little, and then you come back, and then you do the 2 more comedians, and then that's it. That's the show.
Wow.
But
And how many minutes?
the show?
No, like each person.
Oh, 10 minutes. 10 minutes each comic.
Okay.
Dude, I did the cold plunge. I've done it before, but it was just like, I forget how painful it is. Because like everything in your body is telling you to get out of there. Like the second you get in, your body, like your legs tense up. It like hurts, dude. It's like your muscles are just being torn to shreds.
I've never done it.
No?
I
Dude,
don't
we should
know.
do it.
But I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's sick.
Is it really as beneficial? Because I read other
Like studies?
saying that it's not.
Really?
It's not as
I mean,
beneficial
I don't know. I'm
as
not a
people
big-
make it sound.
I'm not a big like cold plunge guy. I'm not Joe Rogan out here, but I was just like, there was like one other time where I went to a spa out in Montreal, and then like we did it out there, and then that was pretty sick. And then yeah, yesterday was like my second time ever trying it out. But like, I think what it is like it forces you to deal with like a really difficult thing and stay in it, and then like it puts your body through that kind of shock, and then the rest of your day is like, a breeze in comparison to that,
So you almost want to torture yourself in order to be like, my life is good.
Yeah. Andrew had a really funny joke about that where he's like, yeah, it's like beneficial because it's literally like you're almost dead. and
But you're not.
Yeah, and the rest of the day is like, oh, well, I'm not dead. Like, I guess I'll respond to these emails.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
What were you wearing?
Just a bathing suit and then a towel around my neck.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's just, buddy, I think they say it's kind of like a cult, like the way people are at that place. Like it's very culty, but I mean, I don't know. I didn't get that vibe. It just kind of seemed like, I don't know, not hippies, but they were just like very in tune with their bodies and very like, they do like guided meditation or breathing sessions and shit like
Was
that.
there anybody that's from a different part of the world? I mean, everybody's from...
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. There was like, there was a guy who looked like he was like MS-13, like a loco, like tatted up head to toe. I think there might have been a teardrop or two. I don't know. I didn't look at his face too much, but he was just like neck, arms, whole body was tight. He looked like a chulo. And then there was like a couple of brown guys, a couple of black guys, a couple white guys, girls.
So
it was diverse.
Oh, that's great.
But all these guys like work in tech, and they're all like, Andrew Huberman followers that are just wake up in the morning.
Well, that's the crowd to really
Dip your balls in a cup of coffee. It's good for you. Like that's like the vibe.
to ingest to the coffee.
Yeah. Instead of drinking it, pour it into your ear holes. See what happens.
See what happens.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. So that was it. And then today I wasn't working, but then every year at the school that I supply at, they have like an annual teachers versus students soccer game. So then I got the call and I was like, yeah, I'm going to show up.
You haven't played in a while.
No.
When was the last time you played?
I don't even remember, dude. I'm so out of shape. It's crazy. Like I still got it and I can turn on the jets, but like it's so short-lived. like it's like a battery that could be charged on full, but I'm always running on like 3%. So for 3%, I'm flying, I'm shooting, like pretty accurate, but then just...
Buddy, that's messy.
Yeah, but I'm not, no, I'm messy with a Y. I'm messy.
He walks around half of the time.
Yeah.
It's time to go.
It's time to go. But then he can dribble and stuff. And these kids were really good, but I scored 2 goals.
Wow.
Yeah, we won 4-1. It's so funny. I was thinking about it on my way here. I'm like, man, we really me and the other teachers really bond over how much we just destroy these kids in the annual soccer game. Yeah, they were complaining. Yeah. This is like chest bumping each other. But I'm like, they're children. We didn't beat anybody noteworthy,
Was it 6s, 11s? What?
No, dude. It was we brought the hockey nets out from the gym. So it was just small nets and 4 players and a goalie on each team.
Oh.
Yeah. And then these kids tried to sneak on an extra player, and then we called them out. We're like, hey. They're like, you guys are so much bigger than us. We're like, it doesn't matter, does it? Fair is fair.
Fair is fair.
Yeah, try to get an extra player. What? Come on. I'm like, buddy, this one guy plays rep. And I'm like, you play rep? He goes, yeah. I'm like, there's no kids taller than you? He's like, we're all the same age. I'm like, yeah, but we're older. That doesn't mean we're better. We're just just older. Like
As you destroy him.
as I score 2 goals on him.
Doesn't mean we're better.
One goal, it was so sick, man. I shelved it and I hit the bar in the back of the net and bounced out. And they tried to say it was no goal, but it was like, buddy, I shelved it.
VR.
Yeah, I shelved it. They're like, that wasn't. And then all the other kids are like, yeah, it was a goal. And then the second goal, again, lasered. And then I got in one of the kids' faces who just complained the whole time. It's not fair. And I was like, yeah, beating my chest.
The kid is in grade 2. Looking up at you.
He's in grade 7. I'm like, that's right. It was great. It's funny because when they scored their one goal, this kid ran up to a teacher and was like, shh. Like put his finger to his lips.
Oh, the same
and
kid.
to a female teacher who's actually really good too. Yeah. But like, dude, come on, be respectful to a lady. You know what I mean?
So you have to show him what.
And I was like, dude, so that's why when I just sniped it, I got his hands. I'm like, yeah, let's go.
You should have went. Shh.
Yeah.
Go to sleep, buddy.
Exactly. Dude, after the game, they were all complaints. They were like, no, it's not fair. You guys were like pushing. And I was like, you guys are in grade 7 and 8. Grow up.
Wow.
This guy's playing in the TFC Academy. Toronto FC Academy. He's definitely gonna go pro at some point.
But he's complaining.
All complaints.
He is a soccer player.
Yeah, but still, there's,
for the card or something.
I know, but what do you, at the end of it, I'm like, yeah, you're right, man. You win. You guys won this game. Congratulations. And he was like, he just didn't know what to say. He's like, you call him out on it. You go, what are we arguing about? Why are we doing this? You guys lost.
So now the parents are going to be pissed off.
No.
Make complaints about.
Nah.
No.
It was all clean, man. There's a couple of shoulders in there and stuff, but it was clean for the most part.
That's great, man. I want to play soccer, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've been... I downloaded this app where it's going to tell me where we play, where people play, so I can just show up. It's kind of cool. I looked at it. I haven't seen anything. Most of them are full. Like they put like 16 out of 16 or...
Yeah. How many spots are available?
Yeah. So I haven't seen a spot yet. I see a lot of spots in Mississauga, but I'm not.
Nah, who's driving all the way out there? No.
What is your biggest sport moment in Mo's life?
Like a highlight?
Yeah, like the biggest.
Man.
That will live in your mind forever. And maybe others.
I was playing in grade, I guess it must have been grade 4 or 5. And I had moved up from house league to rep, with Olympic Flame. Shout out Olympic Flame. And these guys, we were playing this team at this high school, RH King, not too far from here. And it wasn't like the school's team. It was just like outside of school. We were playing rep, right? So it was just some other club. I don't remember who it was. But we were tied the whole game. And then it was down to like the 90th minute, like maybe even stoppage time. And this guy was running up, like my team was attacking. And then one of my teammates had the ball and this guy's running up the wing. And I was in the center. And he crossed it over to me. And I just had this sick, like, roundhouse kick. Hit the ball perfectly. Volleyed it. Top shelf. Mom and dad are there. I don't know if you were there, but it was just like everybody was just like, oh, like it's, dude, hitting, like scoring a goal has got to be one of the most like, just that pop, that like hitting a goal and it's like a sick goal and the teams are tied. Like the winning goal is just, yeah, I was buzzing that night, man. I couldn't sleep. It was, yeah, that's like a memory that's always gonna live in my mind forever. But yeah, it was all downhill from there. I didn't make fun.
That was the last goal.
Yeah, I didn't go far from there. It was just then I got into playing drums, and then I got into playing all this. I don't know, just bouncing around in life. It's kind of dumb,
No, you lived life, man.
I guess so. I think as I get older, I feel like I don't I don't know, man. I used to be very like a lot more social. Now I just feel like I don't have anything to say. You know?
But why do you have to say something? You can still be
Well,
social.
because I do stand up. I have to say
No, that's not social. Like you're saying social isn't like seeing your friends and going out and whatever. That's social.
Yeah,
You don't have to be the...
No, I know, but I just feel weird sitting quietly because for years I was the guy who just had a conversation. And then now I'm like, I almost feel like I have nothing to contribute to conversations. And then when I say things, it's just dumb. I just bomb. I bomb in social settings. This is not harder than Pakistan. So then I'm like, oh yeah, dude, shut up. You have nothing to add on to this, man. Like, I don't know. Do you feel that way? Like, how do you feel about socializing? Like, are you like a social butterfly? Can you like keep a conversation going, or do you feel awkward?
I can keep a conversation going, but I don't feel that I want to. I just, I talk to the people I want to talk to, and there's people that, of course, I want to talk to, but it's just life gets in the way,
Well, of a conversation?
No, that sounds really bad. No, you know what? I have, as you grow up, you see people for who they are and you kind of look at life differently. Socializing is not as important as, family, for example.
Yeah.
And you have friends who are like brothers or, friends who are like family.
But do you have...
But I don't need to like socialize. Like my friends, if I see my friends once a year, they're happy, I'm happy, everything is cool, And I think guys are able to do that more than women. Because my female friends get upset that I don't keep contact. But my guy friends, I cannot talk to you for, a good year. And then I just shoot you a message and we'll just pick up where we left off. It's interesting. It's a very, very interesting thing.
I guess so. I like to keep in touch with people. I don't know if that's a female quality, but...
It is.
No,
I'm kidding.
Maybe, I don't know.
No. Keeping in touch is a good thing.
I like it. And then when I have friends that I don't hear from for a long time, I go, hey man, what? You know what sucks is lately this has been happening where I'll have a friend that I haven't seen in quite some time or hasn't hollered, and I'll text him. I'm like, hey man, what's going on? I haven't heard from you in a while. Oh, sorry, bro, been busy. And I was like, all right, man, let's link up. And then we'll meet up, and then I'll get socially awkward.
And the poor guy sitting on the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, like they're... Like,
do they feel it, or is it just in your mind?
I don't know. I don't know if they feel it. I think there's always something going on in my mind, Like I don't know. I think there's like deeper therapizing that could be done here, but like I don't like, what does it mean to be like cool? You know what I mean? Like, dude, act cool. Just be cool, man. I don't know what that is. How do I act? I don't know how to act cool.
Just be you, man.
That's so fucked.
Just say whatever you want to say. That's the whole point.
But I got nothing to say. Are
you you're seeing this? You decided to. You're seeing this person. You decided to go out with this guy.
Yeah, hang out. Just hang out, man.
Yeah.
Vibe out. I haven't seen him in a long time.
Exactly. So you want to say, hey, how's it going?
Yeah, no. We get through the house things good, man. Just because it's usually like other comics. What have you been up to, man? Ma, shows and shit. How about you? Shows, yeah, man. What else is new? What do you got coming up? And I'm like, nothing. Now, what about you? And then they go, oh, this is cottage, whatever. Cool. And then...
But it's like dead-end questions.
No, I know, but like, you know what it is? I think it's almost feeling the pressure to be like the entertainer. Like, to be like, I need to be like a fun guy to hang out with. I don't want to be a boring person to hang out with. And I think that thought maybe just like subconsciously lives in my mind a little bit. So I just feel like I always have to like have something crazy or an interesting story or something. Because my life's crazy. There's always something crazy going on,
Yeah.
But lately, like, this was something I told someone the other day. They go, hey man, what's new in your life? What have you been up to? And I'm like, honestly, man, I took Saturday off because I was supposed to go to my softball game. I took it off and I just decluttered my room, and I feel so good about it. You know, just like, and it's just been better for my mental health. You wake up in a clean room because it's just been like, there's like a pile of clothes on the chair, and then you pick it up, put it on the bed, use the chair, pick it up off the bed. And then I'm coming home late from shows. Everything is just kind of cluttered. And I just lived in that for months. And I was just kind of, I don't know, I think maybe mentally, now that I reflect, maybe I was just in a weird place. But now that it's like I took that whole day and I just decluttered the shit out of that room. And I just feel good. I feel a little bit lighter. You wake up, your room's nice and like, you know.
Do you make your bed every morning?
No, I don't.
You know what? I never used to.
You make it?
But I make it. I make it a point that I make it.
Really, eh?
And it's just something about it. I
Yeah.
come home and the bed is made, just looking at it.
Yeah, aesthetically. I mean,
I don't want to put my clothes on it because
Yeah. It sets the tone for the rest of the day if you do that in the morning.
Yeah, I used to think it's cliche, but it actually works.
Yeah, it does.
Try it out.
All these things, man. But again, I like my room is always reflective of how I'm feeling, I think. Even if I'm not acknowledging how I'm feeling. If it's like a disaster, it's like I'm like, oh yeah, I'm neglecting like parts of myself as well, and it's reflecting in my space. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's deep.
So
That's
so
deep.
I don't but yeah, so then you hang out with your buddies and they go, hey man, what's new? And you're like, buddy, I vacuumed the shit out of my room. And it's like,
That's great, man. That's what adulthood is like.
is it?
That's what you wait. That's what it's all about.
I guess.
And what'd you do? I went for an oil change. You know, that's
I got one of those tomorrow.
oh, see how exciting is
Buddy's
that?
so pumped. I got the alert on my car, and then I called them today, and they're like, when are you available? I'm like, ASAP. She's like, tomorrow? And I'm like, yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
See, that's great, man. And do you feel that your car runs better? Do you feel the difference?
I don't know. It just feels like it's like something that I don't have to worry about for another 6 months. You know, kind of like when you first do your laundry, like that feeling. when
You
just-
only do laundry every 6 months?
Yeah. Wait, you don't? Weird. That's a waste of water. No, but you know that feeling when you first get your laundry done and then you're like, I don't have to worry about this task for a little while. Like that feeling. Like I love that feeling. And then the key is to just then maintain and not let the laundry build up so much, or like not let your room get too messy, or
Yeah, no, those are wise words.
I don't know.
Those are valuable words.
It's just maintaining. Life is so hard to maintain. Anybody could do anything. Like you could do it. Whatever it is, not to sound like whatever, you can do it, but like if you want to do something, you could totally do it. But the hard part is to maintain it and to keep doing it. Like anybody could diet for a day. You could do it. I didn't eat bread all day today. But then day in, day out, to make it a part of your daily habits, your work ethic, you're like, so hard, man. You know?
I think I said this before. It all goes down to how much you want it.
I know, but like I want things, but I like want them like while lying on the couch. Like,
know?
man, I want that. I want it the same way I want like a large pizza in a commercial.
I want
Man,
that.
I want that. You guys want that?
I can order.
Yeah, I can order just off my phone.
I don't even need to get up.
Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah. So,
That's great.
another exciting thing that's been going on.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to speak too soon, but there's a big national TV program. They have a Canadian version and an American version of it, and I think it's the producer of the Canadian show DM me today, and she's like, "Hey, I saw you at New Faces at Just for Laughs,
Oh,
and
wow.
I'd love to hop on a phone call. I loved all your teacher material and stuff, and I'd love to have a quick little conversation with you." And I was like, cool. But then I'm like so tired of these TV things. Like I'm so grateful, but I'm just so over everything.
But this might be a thing.
Dude, it could be. It could be. Might be. But also, like,
That's big.
I know, man, but it feels like my cup is kind of empty right now.
Until she pours some.
No, it's not from her. I'm my cup, my personal like
Oh,
my,
I see.
my personal cup inside. You know, I'm kind of like trying to recharge my battery right now. So like,
You want to take like a break type of thing?
I don't know, maybe take a month, maybe go somewhere, travel somewhere, you know, chill out. But like, and I was glad that this summer had no like TV tapings, no festivals. I'm just like relaxing, taking it easy, spending time with friends and family, you know? And then this comes up and you're like, cool, nothing's guaranteed. I might not even get it. But then it's like, now I have this new thing to stress about in my mind about
Why
like,
stress about it, right? Like,
oh,
if
dude, it's stressful. When you have a TV taping coming up, it's so stressful.
yeah, but I mean, if it happens, it happens.
No, I know, but you want to do well. You don't want to bump.
Of course you don't, but why not look at it from a different way? Like, you know, things have different ways of looking at it.
I guess
If
so.
you look at it as, hey, listen, this is just who I am. This is how I speak.
Yeah.
This is what I say. You take it or leave it.
Yeah, but the industry, from what I've learned in the last couple of TV tapings that I've had, they want something really specific. Like, and if you give them that thing, that's all they want until you give them the next thing that, again, is very, but like, I just hit the jackpot with the teacher Egyptian combo and they really liked it. And then they were just throwing money at it and throwing TV tapings at it and being like, yeah, this is what we want to see. But then I'm like kind of over it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I see what you mean.
but then, you know, imagine you were like telling jokes in high school and then someone's like, yo, keep, but you told them for years. And then now someone's like, yeah, but keep telling them, like, tell me what else about high school. And you're like, yeah, but I'm not in high school anymore. I got a whole different life now. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what it feels like. I feel like I'm done this chapter. And yeah, I still teach, you know, I substitute teach. Which is like whatever.
I mean, you punked off that kid today.
No, I didn't punk him off. It was just sportsmanship, you know?
Yeah.
Watch the wire, make sure it doesn't keep banging against the table. So like, yeah, I didn't, yeah, it's just, again, it's flattering. It's awesome. And if an opportunity comes up, like, sure, I'll take it. But also like, I'm like, you gotta like it's like the whole thing is like, you gotta submit your material. You gotta like, you know, make sure it's squeaky clean because it's for TV. You gotta abide by the rules. Make sure like the pacing, it's just like, it takes the fun out of comedy. You know what I mean? Like one of the reasons why I love doing this podcast is I get to talk mad shit. There's no script. You can let anything fly. It's just talking with my brother. There's no stress. There's no like.
Yeah, there's nothing. You were just talking.
You're just in a room with a camera, a couple of lights, just having a good time talking shit.
Yeah.
You know? And it's fun. And that's how like funny shit comes up. But then once you start putting like a corporation behind it and money's thrown at it, like the rule with comedy is the more money you make, the less fun the gig is. Always.
But how are these people funnier? Like
What do you mean?
you know, the people that make the most amount of money, they're funny.
Yeah, of course. Well, I mean, again, they have the recipe, like a recipe that works for them. And then they're just kind of doing that. And then they, you know, you establish your name as a funny person.
But maybe you have a recipe. You just
I mean,
don't-
I'm
you
still.
just don't like your recipe.
Yeah, I've been eating it for a couple of years. I don't want to keep eating.
You're like, I want to bake now.
That's what it
I
is.
don't want to cook.
I want to get into pastries a little bit. I want to get into a puff pastry. I want to get into croissants.
But you're a great chef.
I know.
Why be, you know?
No, but that's what it is. And then I think that sometimes makes my cup feel a little empty because then I'm giving something that I'm like, yeah, all right. I'm giving it because I can and because, you know, it's a check and because it's publicity and all these things.
But plus you're good at it.
I love comedy.
No, but you're good at that.
I know, but like, dude.
But that's what people want to see, right? These people are not coming to you because you suck.
Yeah.
They're coming to you because you're good at it. And they want you, you know, it's like, you know, remember Michael Jordan? He was great at basketball. He tried baseball. He didn't, you know, he tried.
I guess, man.
But he's a basketball player.
There is something to be said about like the repetitive nature of like something that you've like already conquered and accomplished. Because I had this recipe and then I'm like, okay, this is gonna work. Like I had faith in it. I put years into it and I did it 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times. Same jokes, the pausing, the breaking, the punchline, the wait. Okay, wheel them in. Ooh, they don't like that? Boom, out of left field. Hit them with a hook. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and you put so much time and effort, and then sometimes it bombs, but then you start seeing the bombs go less and less and less as the jokes go tighter and tighter, and then you're like, okay. And then eventually the rate of those jokes failing is very, very little. I'm not gonna say never because you're always gonna end up in a room that doesn't want to hear teacher jokes or something, you know? But yeah, so you do that and you repeat it and you repeat it and you repeat it, and then you go, okay, I did a bunch of festivals, I used these jokes, I did this and that. So now I can just like hit the reset button, kind of just wipe the hard drive clean, and then cook something new. Let me get some new ingredients. Let me get some green onions. Let me get some, some Singapore noodles. Let me cook something up that I don't normally cook up. And then they're like, yeah, no, but go back to like that thing that you kept.
That dish we want to eat.
Keep cooking hamburgers. And you're like, dude, I'm tired of the hamburgers. And then, but
it's making money, man.
I know, man. I know.
You're really good at doing it.
I just don't want to be also like held in one position by the industry. I don't want to be the teacher comic. It's something that I did.
But if you had a choice, would you be the teacher comic or not be looked at all?
No, of course. But like,
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. I just, you know what it's like? It's like, like who's like, I don't know. Stifler. Remember the guy that played Stifler in American Pie?
Yeah.
Sean
Sean Scott, I think?
Sean William Scott or whatever.
Yeah.
Is that his name?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But
anyways.
It sounds like.
So that guy, he did Stifler, and then he just never really got casted for much else after that. Because that role was so like specific to him and put this image, like he really nailed the shit out of that role of just being the bro, the douchebag. And everything after that, people would just look at him and just see Stifler. So then they just never casted him for anything else because he just killed that one role so good. And then like, you know what I mean? Like there's very few people that get, and that's acting, but comedy is very similar. Like very few people get into this lane and then you go like, I want to be like, no, I have other funny shit that I can talk about. And the other shit is funny. I think it's hilarious. And people think it's hilarious. But it's almost like, we've seen you play the guitar and that's all we want. We don't want you to pick up a saxophone and play it. And you're like, yeah, but I can crush it on the sax as well. You go, no, just keep playing the guitar. You know what I'm saying? So there is something to be said. I know I'm rambling here, but
no. This is good.
Like there's something to be said about like always controlling your own like journey in like something creative like comedy or music or whatever, or even like just professional, like corporate world, whatever. Like I'm not trying to be preachy here, but there's something that's so like liberating about being like, no, you know what? I will make less money, but I'm staying true to myself. And I'm not like, cause something feels really like cheap about like just doing the thing that they want versus what you want. Like you're like out on a date and then a girl's like, what do you want to eat? And you're like, whatever you want. And she goes, I want pizza. You're like, I love pizza. Like you're that guy, but professionally, And then eventually they throw you out. They go, okay, we got a new young teacher guy who's got new teacher jokes that are like, and he's like really loving it and flying with it, like a new Mr. D or something, And then they just go, okay, yeah, okay, yeah, you did your take, okay, yeah, what are you gonna say? And then they're just like hungry, like sharks.
So that's what's happening right now on you. is that they're hungry for it.
They love it.
But
I know, and I've seen it.
What is going to happen?
Yeah, I know the trajectory, and I'm not going to do it forever. So that's why I get on these festivals, and then I go, okay, I might give you 1 or 2 teacher jokes if I want, right? If it's something that I feel like telling.
But is that the right thing? Like, do they call back? Well, I mean, they clearly call back, even though that's what they want you to do.
Yeah.
You do your thing, so maybe you are cooking something different.
I mean, I don't know. It's funny because at some of these festivals, you do material that's not teacher related, and they're like, you see the audience because they promoted you as the teacher comic.
Oh,
the clips they posted. Look at this teacher comic, this teacher comedian that you go up and talk about like being single or something, and then people are like, okay.
Also, they're not prepared.
This comedian has other thoughts other than teaching.
Do I want to laugh?
Yeah. Like,
I paid for a teacher
yeah,
to make me laugh.
Yeah.
Not a single guy.
Exactly. Instead I'm up on stage talking about shaking hands with someone who has a nub or something, they're like, ooh. So
I like that joke.
Dude, look, man, but that's not teacher related. That's not teacher related, and that's funny. It's so funny. I just want to have a good time, man. Let me have a good time. Let the kid cook. Right? I get you guys came in for pasta and I gave you pizza, but
that sucks a little bit, no? Like
sucks maybe for them.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Not for me.
Imagine they want to, going to a restaurant and that would suck.
I guess so. But also, like, you got to have an open mind, man. You got to, like, if you're a real fan of comedy, you appreciate, like, people that are like that. They go, oh, like, this is like this kind of comic. All I want is this kind of material. I don't want to hear anything else. That's like a very closed mind, which is the general public. That's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the people that like people that like mainstream like music and like very like bland. Oh yeah, like just very like one dimensional.
No, those are the people that you're not doing comedy to yourself in the mirror.
No.
Those are the people that.
But that's the majority.
Yeah, the majority is big.
But then also you're like, you know what? Fuck the majority. How about that?
All right.
To me, that's so much funnier to watch them go, it's like, you ever touch a nub? That's a funnier story to me because I'm like, dude, would I reflect on this after a long life? If it goes that far, then I just go, hey, you know what? Mm-hmm. That's hilarious. Where you go, man, Chris Robinson. Ever tell you about that thing that he filmed for Rogers TV?
No.
Man, Rogers used to do comedy tapings, but it's not like a taping, dude. It was just like this really low budget studio. They'd set up a camera and like they just have like a whatever backdrop, no audience, and you would just go grab a mic and tell your jokes to like the camera. No one else is in the room. And then you were on Rogers TV, which is, if you're listening and you don't know what Rogers TV is, it's like, how would you describe it? It's just like a C-list channel. Like nobody watches it. Yeah. People are more likely to watch the Weather Network than Rogers TV.
Or the channel that has like shh.
Yeah, the snowflakes. So this guy this is like 10, 15 years ago, gets a call from them. They go, hey, we want you to come and do comedy. He goes, okay. And he obviously knows how shit this channel is. So then before he gets on, he takes his dick, shoves it under his belt, and then pulls his ball sack out of his pants, out of the zipper. and he goes on. What? Yeah, and does the whole set with his ball sack hanging out. No. We're going gonna get him on here, and dude, I'll get him to tell
No
you.
way.
Yeah.
And what? No one noticed?
Dude, no one said anything, and then afterwards we waited and waited and waited for it to air, and then it just never aired. And you're like, ah. But to me, that's like, he could have followed the rules, right? He could have been like, you guys want comedy in front of your camera? Hey, we got any single people in the house? Like, But instead, he stayed authentic to himself and made himself happy before anybody else. And it's an amazing story.
That is pretty cool.
It's the best.
That's pretty
Dude, this guy's going to be 80 years old and be like, oh, Rogers, eh?
I wonder if he gets discounts.
Let me tell you a story about Rogers. But that's what it is, man. You stay true to yourself, it's always going to be dope at the end of the day. You cave in and give someone what they want. Sure, it might work if you're happy to do so. But if you're not, then even if it means getting less money, like, look, man, like, I'm not comparing myself to Chappelle, but Chappelle walked away from $30 million, back in the day.
How much did Chappelle have at that time?
Not a ton of money.
No?
No, I mean, he was sure his show was huge,
Yeah.
but the majority of it was owned by, Comedy Central and all this stuff. So you're like, yeah, he made a decision. He's like, yeah, I don't like you guys dabbling in my shit like that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take myself out of the equation. Peace. And it's the most boss shit. Now you look at Chappelle. He's the GOAT.
He is.
He's the guy.
Yeah.
And Netflix keeps throwing money at him for Netflix specials. His first 2 to 4 specials, I think he made what? I think 2 specials, 40 mil for 2 specials. Come on. So you take a gamble now and you don't win now, and maybe for a long time you don't win after that. But man, the right people, you're putting out a frequency, and that frequency pulls the right people to you, not the general public. Like, you know what I mean? Just the very specific ones that are like, oh, dude, I like this guy. I like everything he's talking about, whatever it is. Versus like, give me teacher comedy. What's up with that? Like, Look, I'll do the song and dance for a little bit. I'll do it for a check. But then I think after a while, I'm like depending, I don't know what this meeting's going to be about tomorrow.
Well, hopefully this gets aired after.
Well, I don't care. They can.
They don't watch it.
I don't.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Good.
But that's
what it's about.
This is what I'm preaching.
Yeah.
I'm like, they can watch it.
Yeah.
They know my thoughts. All these networks, all these festivals, they can watch it. I got no hate, and I appreciate the love, and I love them right back. But just know that I'm doing me. I'm doing what I want to do.
Correct.
Right?
Whatever you find funny.
Whatever I find funny, man.
Yeah.
You know how many sets I've had that just bombed, but in my mind it was so funny. And I looked at the audience, I'm like, man, I don't know, it's kind of your loss that you were but it's like
it's hard to be a stand-up comic. You always say I should try it.
You should, dude, you definitely should.
I don't think I can. I told you, it's not for me.
I think
I can't think like this. Like this is too much pressure.
No, but you think like this on a day-to-day basis. It's just you don't think of like this creatively. You think about this like with work.
No, but with work, I know what I'm going into.
Right. Same thing with comedy.
It's just,
dude, you just know. Look, if I ask you right now, do you know that you have some funny stories? Yeah. Right.
Sometimes.
Yeah, but you know that.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. I never asked if you're a comedian. I said, do you know if you got some funny stories to say? And
so do you think everybody should try stand-up comedy?
Yeah.
Really? So
Yeah.
you suggest it to everybody?
I mean, if you're thinking about it, and even if you're not, I think it's just a good way to like put yourself through something that's like high stress, like high. It feels like high stakes, but in reality, man, it's not. It's not high stakes.
But just
Worst case scenario, they don't laugh. Peace. I'll be back tomorrow. Different room, different show, different crowd. You just hit the restart button every time. I don't like this movie. Switch the channel. You're switching channels. Now I'm just going to a different comedy channel. Still comedy, but I'm just in a different room. So like I bomb or I have a rough night. Yeah, it sucks. It definitely still has like some sort of bearing on how I feel. But then I'm like, it's so short-lived now that I'm like, these guys were weirdos. Like yesterday at the sauna show, there were so many babes.
I was about to ask about that.
Oh my God, man. So many babes. And I think my humor, especially as of recently, has been very dude-like, very bro-y. And I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm just talking about.
Just becoming more of a bro.
Maybe, but I don't think I'm becoming more of a bro. It's just not for the chicks. I'm not Mr. I'm also getting older, getting older, getting a little fatter, getting a little balder, all these things are changing. I still think I'm a handsome dude, but I think it's just like life, man. Life. Chick stuff, I find it's very surface. Not to be sexist, but it like when it comes to comedy, they like surface, like, hey, like just keep it moving, like very boom boom, punchline, like very like, Mm-hmm. Whereas like my kind is like, let's get a little bit deeper. Like, sure, I might have a couple surface jokes here and there, but for the most part, I'm like, let's get to like, what does it feel like getting older? Like, what is that? What does it feel like to go through things? What does it feel like? I don't know. I feel like I've been yapping this whole podcast. I'm sorry. But,
no, that's okay. This is good. This is good. This is therapy for Mo.
I mean, it's for both, really.
How do you feel?
How do you feel?
I feel great. You let it all out, and I feel good. That's what brothers are for.
I guess so, man. I know. It's like, we try to obviously be funny and stuff, but
like,
sometimes you're like, man, I gotta let it out.
Like now, you're about to drink some water, and I feel like I just quenched my thirst. No, I'm good. Thanks.
You don't want water?
No, I'm good.
Why? It's because you don't want to use the same bottle that I'm using? Because your little waterfall situation?
We talked about that.
We did. What's how you been feeling? How do you perceive getting older? Do you like getting older? Or does it scare you?
I accepted it long time ago.
Yeah?
Very long time ago.
Like how long ago?
Like when I was 19, long time ago.
But what did you accept?
I accepted every part of it. Just knowing that I'm going to get older. I'm going to get fatter. I already shaved my head at the time, so I already had a head start. You're not gonna,
dude. You're not bald yet. It's okay. I'm just prepping.
You
for
remember?
60.
Do you remember that? Like when I had a full head of hair and I'd still shave my head.
Yeah, I think we just like the feeling.
It was Again, I just accepted it, and I think I look at life differently than you. I look at life and this is what it is. I'm not 20 anymore. But I feel like that's okay.
How's that different? How's it different than me? I think it's okay.
You accepted it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Dude, I love it.
Do you?
I love it, man. Yeah. My 30s has been peak Mo. Like, I've never been more myself than in my 30s.
Wait till you hit your 40s.
Oh, man, I'm pumped.
See, that's pumped. Good. That's exciting.
Yeah.
It's exciting. You know what? One of the biggest things is not caring what anybody else thinks. And I think it was huge for us growing up. Hey, what are people going to say?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We heard that all the time.
Especially coming from a single mom.
Yeah.
That type of thing. Now that's just so rewarding to be like, that's just who I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's, and it only happened when I grew up because I cared a lot about what women think. I cared a lot about what guys think. I cared a lot about what everybody thinks. And now it's just like, I'm going to wear Skechers because I feel good.
You do rock Skechers.
Because they are so comfortable. It doesn't matter. I know it's for people initially for like 70 plus, but they're so comfortable.
When did you shift to Skechers? When did you? How many years ago? When did you walk by the Skechers store and see a picture of, I don't know, Taylor Swift or whatever? You're like, man,
those Skechers on Swift. I think it was. I think. Here's what happened. I needed bike shoes. I needed shoes to ride my bike at work. So I wanted all black shoes. Every shoe that I had, every shoe that I saw, a Nike that's white, Adidas that's different color. Nothing was like all black.
Right.
And the comfort. I have very wide feet.
Yeah, you do.
Sure.
Yeah.
Very, very wide feet. So I said, okay, where can I? So I did a little research, and then I said, hey, try Skechers. So I went to the Skechers store. I found these black shoes that, you remember, they look like great grandpa's shoes.
Yeah.
I put them on and I felt like I was walking on a cloud. It was so much space. I can spread my toes.
Wow.
It's so rewarding.
But they look hideous.
But
you just didn't care. It was more practicality.
Exactly.
Wow.
And that's a part of getting old. It doesn't matter. As long as you don't look like a slob, it's, so I wore them. And I wore them to work and I felt great.
Did you get roasted by anybody at work or no? No, it's a professional environment. They don't really.
Yeah, no, but I think at the time people normally
you do like a big team meeting, and then you're like, all right, guys, let's get back to work. And as you turn your back, is he wearing Skechers? I think this is the Skechers.
I did hear. I did hear
guys
that.
wearing Skechers.
Skechers. I was like, what'd you say? Nothing.
We said schedule. When's the schedule coming out?
So I like them, and so that's just one of many. And then I found the Skechers now that you can put your feet in without even pulling onto the shoe, like the easy slip-ons. Buddy, that's just a game changer.
Dude, do you think if this podcast gets big enough, we might get a sponsorship by Skechers?
Are you willing to wear Skechers? Because I know you're against it.
I'm not. I'm not necessarily.
What if they sponsor us?
Here's the thing. All right. Skechers is the problem with Skechers is the logo is so bad, and it's almost like they just take any shoe that's making like a Air Max 90s or the Adidas Sambas or something. They'll take all these shoes and make their version of it, but the logo just sucks. So I think if they just kind of worked on that piece a little bit, because there's other companies out there that are, what's that new shoe company like Hoka or On? I don't know how new they are, but
are they like Skechers?
They're apparently super comfortable. Hoka is apparently like insanely comfortable shoes.
I don't know, man.
But what I'm saying, if I can give some constructive criticism to Skechers, let's change up the logo. Man, if they took that S and instead of making it the way it looks now, they made it look like the S's we used to draw in grade 8 with the 3 lines, like Slipknot.
Oh, okay. But I don't know if I would wear that.
I mean, I don't know if I would wear it either. I'm just saying, we're getting creative here, guys.
You see, I really like a shoe that doesn't have a logo on it.
Sure, so then don't slap the dumb S on it.
So the Skechers that I have...
Are you rocking Skechers right now?
Yeah, actually.
What does it say?
Buddy, wait.
Dude, it said they still have...
Look, where's the logo, man? Look.
On the inside.
Dude, on the inside.
It still says slip-ins.
Because they are slip-ins.
I know what they... Dude, and the outside. What do you mean on the inside?
No, but look how small it is.
Dude, it doesn't...
Dude, look how small it is.
It doesn't... I just think...
I think these shoes are beautiful.
I don't mind these shoes. These are actually all right. Okay?
But see, there is no... Would you wear those?
Probably not.
If they sponsor us.
I mean, maybe we'd have to look at the contracts. We would have to look at the contracts, and they would have to accept, at least just accept my creative suggestions. They don't have to implement them right away, but hey, put me in the boardroom meetings, and then, because I don't know what the deal is. I think we've talked about this years ago on the podcast, but did
we talk about Skechers? I don't
maybe,
think so.
maybe, but I'm glad it's coming back, right?
Buddy, I like them. Again, Skechers, you continue to do what you do, and thank you. My feet thanks you. My toes thank you.
That's so funny. I love Skechers so much.
They're so comfortable. So again, going back to being old.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is as long as it's comfortable.
What were you when you were, younger and in the age of, picking up chicks and doing that? What are the uncomfortable things that you felt like you did that made you switch over to Skechers now? What was it that you're like, you know what? I'm done with this. It's over. I'm Skechers season.
No, Skechers came gradual.
Skechers is not a brand. It's more of a state of mind.
It is.
Feeling kind of sketch right now.
No. What was uncomfortable?
Yeah. Or even what's the situation? Because we were talking about ladies and stuff like that. What's something that you sometimes it'll just come back to mind and you just have to, while you're laying down at night and you just have to shake it off, an embarrassing thing that you're like, I can't believe I did that. That's so embarrassing.
I was seeing this girl in high school, and she called me one day, and I said, hey, I'm going to come over. Not come over, I'm going to come see you.
Mm.
And she says, okay, I'm going to see you outside. We decided to meet somewhere. I think I told you the story before. And I showed up, and I gave her a hug, and she smelled like boiled chicken.
Oh, that's just white girl smell.
It was literally, take a chicken, put her in water with a
with an onion,
with a little bit of,
make it a nice broth.
And she smelled like that.
Oof.
And that was gross.
But that's not embarrassing on your part.
Well, I hugged her.
I mean, what were you gonna do? You show up, go in for the hug, half lean, and you're like, oh no, hold it.
Boiled chicken. I only hug barbecue.
Barbecue. Barbie or Oppenheimer? Barbecue. Dude, that's one of the funniest videos ever.
Yeah, so that was
no, but what's a cringy thing that you did for a girl that you're like, that was so not you, but you did it because it was a girl and you just wanted to either be cool or impress her? Just something
okay, grade 9, so I couldn't speak English, and I started hanging out with these guys from my homeroom. I don't know. Is there a homeroom?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
okay. So from my homeroom, I had a couple of guys there, and a few of them were rockers.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking they listened to at the time Marilyn Manson and whatever. Anyway,
Slipknot.
So there's this one girl there, and she was a rocker as well, but she was a cute rocker.
Were they goths?
I don't think there were goths. Like it wasn't makeup, and it was
no.
It was just the leather jacket, the chain
wallet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in order to fit in, I ended up getting a leather jacket.
I remember that.
And I got the chain.
Yeah, I think I followed your lead. I got one.
And
that was pretty cool back then.
No, but you were more into that rock scene a little bit.
No, that was before anything, dude.
Really?
We went Spice Girls to Marilyn Manson. There was no transition, dude. We were just trying to grasp at whatever.
Anybody that'd be our friend, I think. And that's what it was. I think I didn't only do it for her. I think I did it for the social.
Just to be accepted.
Yeah,
yeah.
But on the flip side, for her as well. I don't know where she is now.
Were you still in ESL when you had transitioned into being
A rocker?
leather jacket, chain wallet?
And my leather jacket weren't like the rocker leather jacket. I think it was more like a dad leather jacket.
You just hit up Danier beforehand.
It was actually. It really was.
There was like no patches, nothing. You just looked like a dad.
Just a dad. Hey, a leather jacket is a leather jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Amazing.
it was that was something that I'm not.
You just cringe about.
Yeah,
You think about it and you're like, dude, what are you doing?
yeah. I don't know if I cringe about anything that I have done.
No.
I don't think so.
I mean, it's that's kind of cringe-worthy, I think. I mean, it's not terrible, you know?
It is, but I don't know if I don't know if I feel, like at the time I felt that it was necessary.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Actually, I picked up smoking for like a little bit because of those guys, because they always smoked outside of the.
oh, sick.
So I'd never have cigarettes, but I would go outside.
Smoking's sick, though.
Buddy, I hated it.
I mean, it's not good for you,
I hate it.
but I think it's just like, you know what it is? It's just like that, just like the lighting of the cigarette. I think because we grew up with, Bubba used to smoke, Grandpa, Giddu, Allah yarhamu, he used to smoke, so like.
I don't know, man. I didn't like it. I did it for a bit and I hated it.
Oh, it's not
It's not for everybody.
yeah, and it's not enjoyable,
No,
but it's also,
Is it?
but it's just so cool. And also just like in the movies growing up, the cool
Yeah.
guy, then you finish the cigarette, you flick it. The flick is just gold. You're like, pah.
You know what else you could flick?
I got something for you to flick.
Exactly.
You know what? I have a cringy moment. I was 25. I was in college for TV and broadcasting. And I had met this girl who was 20. She's 5 years younger. And we kind of like hit it off. And we were just kind of like flirting, not too sure if we're going to be like together, whatever. It was just kind of like this like stage where we were both uncertain. And then one day we went back to her house and we were like sitting on the couch. And she's like, and then she told me, she said, I love you. She said, I love you to me, right? She goes, I think I love you. And then like, I'm just like trying to play so cool. But like, I totally like really like this girl. Now in hindsight, I'm like, that's definitely not what love is. And I don't think her telling me that she loves me, she knew what love was. She's 20 years old. You don't know what love is. I mean, maybe you have an idea, but it's not real love at 20. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just like turned up this like suave, like, and she's like, you don't have to say it back if you don't feel it. And I'm like, and I go and I put my arm around her and I was like, come on, girl. I swear to God, bro. I've never said come on, girl in my life. And I was like, I put my arm around her. I was like, come on, girl. Grabbed the back of her. I was like, you know I love you. Dude, I think about that all the time.
That's so funny.
Just laying in bed like, come on, girl. Like, I'm from the South. You already know, girl. Come on. Come to daddy. Ooh.
Oh, man.
That makes me cringe hard.
What was her response?
She's like, okay. Okay. It was almost like she regretted saying it first. She's like, who the fuck did I say I love you to? Like, up until that point, I was talking to her in the same voice that I'm talking to you in now. Normal conversation. I was like, hey, yeah, come on, girl. She's like, is this guy autistic? What's the matter with him? Oh, my God.
That's funny.
Yeah, man. You know what? That makes me cringe. And then also, you know what else makes me cringe? Reflecting on anytime I cried in front of a girl.
Oh.
Yeah, like a girl that I was like dating or something, and just like crying in front of them. Crying in front of anybody is generally like, unless it's like your family, that's fine. But like crying in front of anybody else is just so embarrassing. And I don't know, girls don't seem to mind it all that much. But like,
But you're being vulnerable.
I know, no, they don't seem to mind doing it. But then when I do it in front of nobody's like, but it's also like,
Anybody say, this guy's a bitch.
yeah, I'm just crying in front of her. She's like, pussy. Sorry, what was that? Oh yeah.
Why do you want
it's
to break
tough.
up with him? He's
Yeah.
just too sensitive.
Yeah, I do think there's something like subconscious in women because they do want like somebody who's strong, somebody who's like a provider, even though they might not need someone to provide. Like, I mean, it's 2024. None of us are providers. Not the guys, not the girls, there's just such a small percentage of people that are providers, you know? But like, but then once you like really like lose control of your emotions and you start bawling, there's just something, you know?
I think if somebody loves you, I think it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but it's always like, I always think I like found it, and then you break up, and then you go your separate ways, and then way later on you go, yeah, that wasn't love. You know?
Yeah.
Like that's always the case. Like you go, that there was no way that was it. But at the moment, you were so convinced that was it. You know? Like, and then you just get so used to being with a person.
That's what it is. You get used to it.
Yeah.
You get comfortable.
Yeah.
She's your Skechers.
You're proposing to a girl? You got a gift card in a box? Lisa, we've been together for 5 years. Come on, girl. You know I love you. Will you be my Skechers? She's like, oh my God.
Oh my God. So funny. I love it.
So much comfort.
Oh, that's hilarious.
You know? So, yeah, I remember me and this girl were dating, and the relationship definitely ran its course. And I wasn't really interested in it anymore, and neither was she. But then, like, we just kind of kept going. And then when she finally said it, and she was like, I don't know if I, like, you know, want to do this anymore. I was like, no, let's keep trying. Why are we going to give up? But it's like, I wasn't even convinced. I was just like, I just didn't want to be, like, single. So I was just so scared. You know, I was like, no. And then I cried. And then I cried in front of her. And I was like, we really don't have to do this. This is work hard. And I was like, and I reflect on that, and that makes me cringe. Because I'm like, dude, I didn't like this girl at all. Like, at that point, the relationship had, like, lost any sort of magic.
After you cried or before?
Before.
Oh.
Like, for, like, months before.
So why did you feel like you cried?
Because I just didn't, I don't know, maybe it's just because I didn't want to be alone.
Oh.
You know? Or I didn't want to be, like, because you're just so used to this person. And then you also, like, the trajectory of a relationship, you meet each other, it's awesome. You know, you have your little honeymoon phase, or you just, you know, that first little while is so dope, and you experience new things together, go to different places, and mundane shit just seems so fun. Oh my God, you want to go to a grocery store and, like, cook together? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, oh my God. Right? And you do that. You want to go to just sit on a park bench? She's like, oh my God, that's so awesome. I'd love that. And then you're like, all right, sick. And then, but eventually that shit dies off. And then it's just life. You're just here. And then the key is to, obviously, again, when we were talking about it earlier, full circle, maintain. You got to maintain this thing, right? So yeah, that relationship had ran its course. We went through that fun stuff, and I think I was kind of sad because my mind was going to the fun times, but it wasn't really focused on, like, the shitty times. It wasn't focused on, like, how, like, rude she would be sometimes, or how disrespectful she would be, or, you know, like, like dismissive or like not giving me the kind of love that I want from a person. You know?
Do you feel like it's hard to love you?
Like, am I hard to love? Ooh, that's deep. I don't know if we have a lot of time to get into this. I mean, I think I'm like, depends. I guess I'm like not everybody's cup of tea, you know?
Well, nobody's everybody's cup of tea.
Yeah, I don't know if it's hard to love me because I'm not necessarily an asshole,
No, but
you know?
to make you feel like you're loved.
Oh, for me, oh, okay.
Like,
So
to
is it
love you.
hard to make me feel like I'm loved?
Yeah, to love you.
Sometimes I think so, yeah. Sometimes I think I could be a bit of a hard ass. You know, I'm working on it. But then I'm also like, I don't think that it's all me. I think there's obviously been moments where, you know, previous people that I dated were just not really like as invested or just not necessarily sharing the same vision of what like a good relationship is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it just kind of ends up like you're like, I have a vision of what love is and you have a vision of what love is. And the key to finding a healthy and successful relationship is to try to like find as much in common with the other person and try to share those same like morals and stuff, you know?
Who do you feel were like in your life were the perfect couple that you wish you were like?
Ooh, that's tough, man. Cause
Your whole life.
Yeah, I think I've just seen way too many like unsuccessful relationships that. So, but who do I think is the most perfect couple? Damn. I don't know because I'm always skeptical because even when there's like a good couple, I'm still like very like, you know what I mean? I'm like, what goes on behind closed doors?
No, but
Like,
okay.
Like what? Like,
But you can think of that at anybody.
no, I know. So I'm always skeptical.
That sounds like a you problem, not the couple problem.
Yeah. So no, but that's what I'm saying is like, who do I think was the most perfect? Like, who do you think was the most perfect couple?
Grandpa and grandma.
Dude, he was terrified of her.
I think that relationship was perfect.
Really?
So okay.
Buddy,
so,
I saw Grandma just pump fake Grandpa once, and he pulled back.
But yeah,
So I'm like,
no. But hold on. I think people have to know how Grandpa was from the beginning of time,
oh, he's a sweetheart.
and anything growing up, anything that needed to happen, it was Grandpa's call. It wasn't Grandma's call. Grandma makes the thing happen, but you want something to happen, you go to Grandma.
Yeah.
If you ended up going straight to Grandpa, it's a no. But if you go to Grandma, Grandma will make Grandpa make it happen.
You almost got to go to the union first, and then the union will set up a meeting with management.
I guess. I guess.
So he was management, but
Maybe. And it was, and we lived in Saudi Arabia.
yeah.
Grandma Grandpa didn't do a job where he needed to do like a construction, like he did an office job.
Yeah.
And Grandma would, come get him like she'd get him, again, she's old, they're older style. They come from,
Yeah.
Anyway, so, she'll sit there, she'll massage his feet for him. She'll like get his food ready. They'll, Grandpa, on the other hand, when Grandma would go to Egypt, Grandpa would like put on the suit and grab the flowers and
like when he was like picking her up from the
picking her
airport.
up from the airport,
Yeah.
right? Give us the cane and like try to stand straight when she comes out so she can see, this handsome stallion who is not because he's old.
He's old, yeah.
Yeah,
he was a classy guy. I'll give him that.
and I think that relationship was so good because together you see that
They balanced each other.
They did, and
Yeah.
they were total opposites.
Yeah.
They were not the same, but they made it happen till their death.
Yeah.
And it's just nothing was ever not fixable.
Yeah, I mean, but
You
they
know?
also came from a time where where if anything broke down, they would
That's what I mean.
fix it.
And that to me is a relationship that I feel, everybody should experience. I think you should be loved enough that, yeah, you're gonna hit each other. You're gonna, I don't think.
Wait, what?
I don't think grandpa and grandma ever hit each other. But like you're
You're saying like metaphorically hit each other.
Exactly.
Oh, like, God, she's gonna throw a punch at me. I'm gonna dodge
you
it, hit her with the uppercut,
right?
take her right out of her shoes.
Great. Just launch her up in the air.
Yeah.
But it's just the love and how much they cared for each other was incredible.
Yeah, it was pretty cute.
Incredible. And like even to their last days, it was just she gets angry because he didn't eat breakfast.
Yeah.
And he just didn't want to eat breakfast.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
those are so important. And I feel like that's what love is. I think.
Do you think that still exists?
I don't think so. I think now we have
Times are different.
Times are different, and we're in a society, in the world, not just society, but in the world where if something doesn't work, we throw it away and get a new one.
Yeah.
Right? We don't care about fixing things. We don't care about when was the last time somebody's like, oh, this thing is broken, I want to fix it. Right?
Yeah,
Nobody apparently has time for that. Right?
There's no patience anymore. There's no patience. Everything's so replaceable.
But we again, it starts from the beginning, right? You didn't teach, you taught people, our generation is the dying breed. After us, it's hard, right? It's hard
I'm curious. I'm curious as to what that generation is going to be. I mean, I work with those kids all the time, and I wonder what they're going to be like when they're adults,
I think it goes from home too, right? How are you teaching your kids at home? Are you teaching them, hey, you broke your shoes, guess what? We can put some glue on it and fix it.
Yeah. You always get that with the immigrant kids.
Because they don't have money.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's dope. It's dope to see that, because then I obviously remember like going through that and like.
Do you remember we have a picture of us with the Nike shirts?
Oh, that we made? Yeah.
Right?
We printed out a stencil from a Lexar printer, and then we cut out the letters, and then what did we spray paint it? Or
Yeah, we did spray paint it. Yeah.
we just put the stencil on the t-shirt and spray painted Nike with a check mark.
That was cool. Or the chessboard. Remember the chessboard that we made out of pieces of paper?
Yeah. We did a lot, man.
Those are cool, man.
Yeah.
Good times.
All right, man. That's a wrap.
Yeah. It was
Buddy, good episode.
Yeah, man.
It
was great.
We'll
Good
keep.
to catch up. Hopefully you're feeling better next episode.
Oh, I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling okay. I think I just needed, you got to talk about things.
I think it's the beard that's giving it.
Is it bad? You don't like the beard?
No. It just, you were talking about mental problems and emotional problems, and you have a beard. Like, you fit.
I look like I'm going through it.
Yeah.
I look like how I feel.
Yeah.
I'm losing the house. Smoking a cigarette inside.
Exactly.
Oh my God. No, man, I don't know. I want to line it up a little. I want to see how it's going to look. I don't know. I like it.
Keep it.
I haven't had it in many, many years.
Yeah.
So it's nice to just kind of switch things up once in a while, right?
I'm a big
You're a big beard
guy.
You look great with a beard, man. Your beard is nice and full.
I don't know if it's full.
It's
or
very full, man.
I think it's just what's under the beard that makes it look full.
No, dude, it's full. You have it right up to the bottom lip, which is good, man.
See, I like it when there's a little bit of.
Do you? No.
See, I like what you have.
No, I like it when it's fully covered.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me that hairy face mask. That's what I want.
All right, man.
All right, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. See you guys next week.
See ya.
Don't talk to me, talk to these people. It's about these people right here. It's about these people, it's about the city. Look around you. Look at this. We created this.